When a man crosses 60, life becomes quieter. But inside, the noise grows. It's not the same kind of noise you heard in your 20s or 30s. It's not the buzz of ambition or the call of lust. It's something else. A question. A haunting whisper that asks, "Is this it?" You feel it when your body doesn't respond the way it used to. When the fire that once burned so easily now flickers and fades. You stand in the mirror, looking at yourself, wondering where the man you once were has gone. The strength you prided yourself on. The desire that used to live in your bones. The power you had in your own skin. These things start to feel distant, like echoes in a memory you're scared to lose. But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're not finished. You're just missing something simple, something nature once gave you freely, and now withholds silently. You see, your body doesn't stop needing certain things just because you get older. It needs them more than ever. And there are 3 natural vitamins that can reignite the very core of your manhood. Not fancy supplements, not dangerous pills, just nature's own medicine. Simple, clean, real. And when these vitamins are brought back into your life, something happens. You begin to return. The man you thought was lost starts to step forward again, strong, calm, capable. But before we talk about what these 3 are, we need to sit with the problem, really feel it. You know the feeling. You want to be with her. You want to show her that you still have it. That time hasn't taken everything, but your body says no. You try to will it into strength. You try to feel the way you used to feel. But the connection between your mind and your flesh is broken, and that hurts. Not just physically, it hurts the soul, because your desire is still there. You still care, you still feel, but it doesn't matter how much you want it if your body won't follow. This isn't just about sex, it's about identity, about pride, about connection. You want to feel like a man, like the man you know yourself to be. You want to hold your partner, not just with your arms, but with presence, with purpose, with power. And when that's missing, something in you starts to slip away. Now, you may have tried other things. Blue pills, strange powders, the kind of stuff marketed with empty promises and loud slogans. Maybe they worked for a moment. Maybe they didn't. But either way, they left you feeling hollow. Because deep down, you know the truth. You don't want a trick. You want a return. A natural, rooted return to the energy and vitality that once surged through you like a river. That's where these 3 vitamins come in. They don't lie. They don't mask the problem. They don't force your body into temporary action. They support your body in becoming itself again. They allow the real you to emerge. Not a chemical version, not a synthetic mask. Just you, whole, honest, and full of life again. The first of these is vitamin D. Simple, right? But listen, it's more than just the sunshine vitamin. It's the foundation of male health. When you are low on it, your testosterone dips, your bones weaken, your spirit dulls. Most men over 60 are severely lacking it, and they don't even know. You might be waking up tired even after a full night's sleep. You might be feeling weaker in your grip, in your chest, in your core. You might find yourself less motivated, less driven, less interested in the world around you. That's not age. That's deficiency. That's nature calling out for what it needs and not receiving it. When you restore vitamin D in your system, something clicks. Your hormones begin to balance. Your blood begins to flow with more purpose. Your energy starts to hum beneath your skin. You wake up with a sense of readiness. You begin to feel your power returning, not with force, but with ease, like an old river finding its way back to the sea. Then there is zinc. This one is like armor for your masculinity. Zinc is responsible for your libido, your ability to get and maintain an erection, your sperm count, your immune system, and your brain's clarity. Without enough zinc, the man inside you goes quiet. You might be forgetting things more often. You might feel like you're always catching some cold. But more painfully, you might find that even when you feel desire, your body refuses to rise with it. That emptiness in the bedroom, that silence between the sheets. Zinc can be the missing voice. When you restore it, the results are not subtle, they're strong. You feel an edge return to your words, a firmness in your handshake, a warmth in your gaze. Your body becomes responsive again, the kind of responsiveness that says, I am still here, I still live. And finally, the quiet hero, vitamin B12. It's not talked about enough, but when you're over 60, this one becomes your lifeline. B12 is about energy, about nerve health, about mental focus. If your mind feels foggy, if you're moving slower, if your hands or feet are tingling, that's B12 asking for help. It's also key for circulation, and circulation is everything when it comes to performance. You can't get hard if your blood isn't flowing where it needs to go. You can't hold your erection if your nerves aren't signaling properly. And you can't enjoy intimacy if your mind is stuck in a cloud. When B12 returns to your bloodstream, clarity returns to your mind. Power returns to your muscles. You start to feel awake, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. You want to talk again, to touch, to laugh, to love. These aren't side effects. They are the essence of a man restored. Now, you might be wondering if it's too late, if the damage is too far gone, if the wear and tear of decades has left you too broken to return. But hear this, nature doesn't work in deadlines. It works in seasons. You are not in winter. You are in late summer. And there is still so much left to grow, so much left to feel. You are still capable of love, still worthy of intimacy, still able to reclaim your strength. These vitamins are not a miracle. They are a map, a way back to the version of yourself that has been waiting beneath the noise of age and doubt. You don't need to accept weakness as your fate. You don't need to shrink into the background. You were not born to fade. You were born to rise, again and again. And if you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. Imagine waking up and feeling clear. Feeling light, feeling like the engine inside you has been oiled and tuned and brought back to life. Imagine your partner looking at you not with pity, but with desire. Imagine your walk having purpose again, your words landing with weight, your laughter echoing with life. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when the body is fed what it truly needs. You see, aging is not the enemy. Neglect is. And you've been taught to neglect yourself, to accept decay as normal. But it's not normal. It's just common. There's a difference. What is common is not always what is right. And what is right is often forgotten in the noise of quick fixes and false hope. But now you know the truth. You know that vitamin D, zinc, and B12 are not tricks. They are the tools of a man who wants to feel whole again, who wants to love again, who wants to rise in the morning and feel something stirring in his bones, something old, something eternal. So now the choice is yours. You can keep going as you are. Keep settling. Keep pretending that this is the best it gets. Or you can listen to that quiet voice inside you, the one that says, I'm not done yet. That voice is not a fantasy. It is your truth. And these 3 vitamins are how you answer it. With action, with hope, with strength. The kind of strength that does not shout, but speaks firmly, calmly, like a man who knows himself, like a man who has returned. Because in the end, this isn't just about getting hard again. It's about standing tall again, in your own life, in your own skin, in your own truth. You deserve that. You always have. And now, with these simple tools, you can claim it, not in some distant future, not in some perfect world, but right here, right now, today. So take the first step. Let your body remember what it feels like to be fed, not fooled, to be restored, not medicated, to be honored, not forgotten. You are still a man, and these 3 natural vitamins are the keys to becoming him again.